Bank of Canada starts quantitative easing with $1 billion bond purchase. Experts warn record government spending and money printing could lead to post-COVID price rises. What is quantitative easing, QE? Bond purchase? Money printing. Sounds like a lot of complicated stuff. Let me give you a simplified explanation so you can understand the basic concepts. Let's say we have $100 in total in our whole economy, and there are 10 apples in total, $1 each. The government wants to stimulate the economy, so it printed an extra $100. Now we have $200 in our economy. People have more money to buy apples. So the demand for apples is going to increase. Now we cannot produce more apple all of a sudden. So still only 10 apples. You see, demand increases, but supply remains the same. What would you do if you are selling apples? That's right, increase the price. So now each apple will increase from $1 to $2. You see, that's why printing money can cause inflation. Before the inflation, John has $10 in his bank account and Peter has 10 apples. The net worth is the same because it is $1 an apple. After the inflation, the apples are $2 each. So now with $10 saving, John can only buy 5 apples. And Peter can now sell his 10 apples for $20. You see, John and Peter started with the same net worth. After the inflation, Peter's net worth is double that of John's because he's holding on to goods rather than cash. Of course, this is a very simple example and there are a lot of factors that can affect our economy in real life. But the fundamental concept stays the same. With the current pandemic, governments around the world are spending trillions of dollars to keep households and business alive. Former Bank of Canada Governor David Dodge agreed that pouring money into our economy was the right thing to do, but he said there will be consequences. If inflation is a consequence, then people who are counting on a lot of cash savings will be in bad position because the cash saving used to be enough to buy 10 apples, now maybe only enough to buy 5 apples. You see, you would be better off holding on to assets that you can convert back to cash instead of holding cash piles. And if you have assets that can generate income for you, even better. That's why buying a property and collecting rental income is such a popular investment. Coming out of the pandemic, there are 3 important factors that may affect the real estate prices in Toronto in the longer run. Number 1, Canadian dollar. As Asia is starting to resume normal life, China's housing market springs back to life as sales in 30 major cities triple, with coronavirus abating. That could be a glimpse of a V-shaped recovery. Toronto is a very popular investment market for the Chinese, and the Canadian dollar is at a multi-year low right now, so our properties will appear to them as a big sale. And that will likely drive more foreign capital into our market. Number 2, interest rate. With a close to 0% interest rate, it would be no good to put money in the bank, right? The low mortgage rate is going to make the historical very safe real estate market a very attractive investment option that will increase the demand even further. A lot of our demand comes from immigration, and that should naturally resume after the pandemic. Number 3, inflation. Material and labor costs are going to increase with inflation. That means the overall construction cost will be even higher. If inflation were to come, then spending money now will be better than waiting, because the price of things you want will go nowhere but up. You see, we are in a crisis now, but coming out of this crisis, there are many new opportunities. Be it your career, your business, or your investment. So prepare yourself and get ready to grab the opportunity. I share my opinion and market news every single week. If you want to stay on top of the market, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell now.